mighty impressive image stabilization, an ultra-sensitive shutter, super-fast burst mode, accomplished continuous autofocus and burst shooting, plus a viewfinder that's unrivaled by any mirrorless model, the G9 really is the finest mirrorless camera that money can buy. The line between DSLR and mirrorless cameras continues to blur, with the Panasonic Lumix G9 gunning to be the first choice for pro photographers. In many respects, this is the camera to seize the disparity between the formats. It's almost like a mirrorless DSLR. The G9 offers oodles of appeal by cutting out the typical irks that many mirrorless cameras can present. It's got a huge viewfinder with near instant startup, a super fast 20 fps continuous autofocus mode at full resolution. It adds a light-up status LCD screen, which you'll find nowhere else except on a mirrorless Leica, and offers improved battery longevity with up to 920 shots per charge. Having used the Lumix G9 with a variety of lenses for 2 weeks, in both South Africa on safari and Vietnam while traveling, we've come to think that it's perhaps the finest mirrorless cameras that money can buy. Indeed, it's so good that we'd lean away from the Fujifilm X-T2 and Panasonic's own GH5 in its favor. How does it differ from the GH5? All new status LCD screen atop camera. Dual IS-2 offers 6.5 stop image stabilization. Redesigned body with extra deep grip and textured leather-like coating. 4K at 60 fps video recording also possible. There's no skirting around the presence of the Lumix GH5, a camera that's already largely accomplished in this sector, but which is perhaps more widely seen as a videographer's camera. That's where the G9 fits into the equation differently. The image processing has been tuned specifically for stills photography, while the dual IS-2 image stabilization system is improved, 2 to 6.5 stops. Our biggest takeaway from the G9, however, is its design. It's a bigger, blockier camera that's a lot closer in looks to a classic DSLR than any other mirrorless camera we've seen. The grip is ultra deep to make for an ideal handle on the camera, although, depending on the lens you're using, it might be too deep for comfortable handling of smaller lenses, such as pancake primes. The textured leather-like finish is also deeper than any other camera we've seen, too, which aids gloved use. And the shutter button is ultra-sensitive, just like you'll find on a Pro DSLR, and which might take some getting used to. The other significant feature to make the G9 stand apart from the GH5 is the inclusion of a status LCD screen atop the camera. This light-up window displays current settings, and it's the first time we've seen it in a mirrorless camera at this scale. Okay, the Leica SL has a status screen too, but that camera is a whole other